Are you aware of the paperwork required for a private construction project in India? Welcome, fellow builders and enthusiasts, to this comprehensive guide, where we demystify the process of acquiring necessary paperwork for construction projects in India. Today, we delve into the core of civil engineering regulations as outlined in prominent Indian law books and statutory provisions. We'll navigate the maze of paperwork, starting from the very first step of land acquisition, moving on to acquiring building permits and NOCs, and finally, ensuring compliance and inspection. Each step, while seemingly daunting, is paramount for any private construction endeavor, especially in Nagpur. Brought to you by NewTech Constructions, Nagpur's leading authority in contract residential construction and house construction, this guide is your trusted companion to making informed decisions and ensuring a smooth construction journey. So, let's gear up and dive right in. Arming yourself with the right knowledge is the first step towards a successful construction project. Before we delve into the paperwork, it's crucial to understand the legal obligations involved in private construction. So, let's dive right in. When embarking on a construction project in India, especially in vibrant cities like Nagpur, it's not just about brick and mortar. It's a complex web of legalities, regulations, and compliance. These legal obligations are not just bureaucratic formalities, but vital components that ensure safety, sustainability, and harmony in the built environment. First off, there's adherence to building codes and regulations. These codes, laid out in law books and statutory provisions, define the standards for design, construction, and maintenance of buildings. They cover everything from structural stability to fire safety, sanitation, and even energy efficiency. The building codes in India are continually evolving, reflecting the advancements in construction technology and the changing needs of society. So, it's essential to stay updated and comply with the latest edition. Then, there's the matter of permits. Every construction project requires a slew of permissions from various authorities. These range from land use permits, environmental clearances, to the final nod from the local municipal corporation. Skipping or overlooking any of these permits can lead to hefty fines, legal disputes, and even demolition of the constructed property. Moreover, there are regulations for labor safety and welfare. India has stringent laws to ensure the well-being of construction workers. Neglecting these provisions can lead to severe penalties, not to mention it's a breach of basic human rights. Lastly, there's a responsibility towards the community. This includes noise control, waste management, and minimal disruption to the neighborhood during the construction phase. In short, navigating the legal landscape of construction in India is like walking a tightrope. It's a delicate balance between realizing your architectural vision and respecting the legal boundaries. But remember, these obligations are not just hurdles to jump over. They are there to ensure that your construction project is safe, ecologically responsible, and socially acceptable. Adhering to legal obligations not only safeguards you from penalties, but also ensures the longevity of your construction project. Once you're clear about legal obligations, the first step in the paperwork is acquiring the land. Let's dive into the labyrinth of land acquisition paperwork. This involves several essential documents, each one as significant as the other. The foremost document you need is the title deed. This legal document establishes you as the rightful owner of the property and helps you assert your rights if any disputes arise. Next up, we have the encumbrance certificate. What's that, you ask? Well, this certificate states that the land you're purchasing doesn't have any legal dues or complaints. It's like a clean chit for your land. Now, on to the sale deed. This is a crucial document that transfers the ownership rights of the property from the seller to you, the buyer. It's a binding contract that ensures that the seller can't stake a claim on the property once it's sold. The next document in the queue is the property tax receipts. Yes, you heard it right. You need to ensure that all the previous property taxes have been paid by the seller. These receipts serve as proof of tax payment. Let's move on to the process of land registration. It's a legal process where the property is registered in your name, the buyer's name, at the local registrar office. It includes verification of all the documents and payment of the registration fee. The next step is the payment of stamp duty. This is a tax paid to the state government for the transaction of property from one person to another. The amount varies from state to state, so do check your local rates. Finally, we have the mutation of property. This is the process of changing the title ownership of the property from the seller to the buyer in the Land Revenue Department's records. It's the final seal on your ownership. Land acquisition is the foundation of your construction project. Ensuring the paperwork is in order is paramount to a smooth construction process. With the land acquired, the next step is getting the building permits and NOCs. So, let's delve into the nitty-gritty of it. The process begins with the application for a building permit. This is essentially your official request to the local municipal corporation or the development authority, seeking permission to construct a building on a specific plot of land. The primary documents required for this application include the land ownership papers, an architectural plan of the proposed building, and an assurance of adherence to the local building code and zoning laws. Now, the building permit isn't the only crucial document you need. Alongside, you must also obtain the No Objection Certificates, or NOCs, from various departments. These include the Fire Department for fire safety compliance, the Environment Department to ensure minimal environmental impact, and the Health Department for sanitation and waste disposal compliance. Each NOC entails a different set of documents. For instance, the Fire Safety NOC requires a detailed plan of the fire safety measures in the proposed building. The Environmental NOC, on the other hand, needs an Environmental Impact Assessment report. The authorities involved in granting these permits and NOCs are typically the local municipal corporation or development authority, Fire Department, Environmental Department, and Health Department. It's important to remember that the process might vary slightly depending on the location and scale of the construction project. The time taken to obtain these permits and NOCs can range anywhere from a few weeks to several months. It largely depends on the complexity of the project and the efficiency of the respective departments. Ultimately, the building permits and NOCs are not just a set of formalities. They are a way for the authorities to ensure that your construction project complies with the local laws and regulations and doesn't pose any risk to the environment or public health. Obtaining the necessary permits and NOCs helps you avoid legal complications during the construction process. Scene script. Even after acquiring the necessary paperwork, compliance and inspection are ongoing processes. Let's delve into the significance of regular inspections during the construction process. Think of regular inspections as the heartbeat of your construction project. They keep the project alive, on track, and in alignment with the outlined regulations. Inspections are not merely a once-off task, but rather an ongoing commitment to quality and safety. The construction phase is where the blueprints come to life, where dreams transform into bricks and mortar. But amidst this excitement, it's crucial to ensure the construction stays within the legal framework. This is where regular inspections come in. Regular inspections ensure that the construction adheres to the approved plans. They verify that the construction practices meet the stipulated safety standards and that the workmanship aligns with the quality expectations. They help identify any deviations early on, preventing potential legal and safety issues down the line. Now you may wonder, what kind of compliance checks should I be aware of? Well, there are several types of compliance checks, each focusing on a different aspect of the construction process. Some of these include structural inspections, which examine the stability and integrity of the building. Electrical inspections, which ensure the electrical installations are safe and up to code. Plumbing inspections, which check the plumbing system for leaks and proper installation. And finally, fire safety inspections, which evaluate the building's fire safety measures. Remember, these inspections are not optional. They are mandatory requirements that help maintain the highest standards of safety, quality, and integrity in construction. Moreover, these inspections also serve as a record of compliance, verifying that your project abides by the rules and regulations. They provide tangible proof that you've done your due diligence, which can be invaluable in case of legal disputes or insurance claims. In essence, regular inspections and compliance checks are your allies. They help you navigate the complex world of construction with confidence and peace of mind. They are the guardians of your construction project, ensuring every brick, every beam, every wire is in its rightful place, fulfilling its designated role. Regular inspections and compliance checks ensure that your construction project remains within the legal framework. As we come to the end of our guide, let's quickly recap the key points. We opened our discussion by understanding the legal obligations in private construction in India, a crucial first step in any construction endeavor. Following that, we delved into the intricacies of land acquisition paperwork, highlighting the importance of meticulous documentation. We then moved on to discussing building permits and no objection certificates, key elements that ensure your construction project aligns with local regulations. Finally, we emphasized the significance of compliance and inspection, a necessary process to validate the safety and legality of your project. The world of construction is complex, particularly in the Indian context, and the city of Nagpur is no exception. But with a robust understanding of the legal obligations, equipped with the right paperwork and adherence to inspections, you can navigate this complexity with confidence. Remember, understanding and fulfilling your legal obligations ensures the success of your construction project. Thank you for joining us in this journey.